Simon with Dragonfly RC. This is going to be my SK450 Quadcopter from Hobby King. It is a Turnigy frame, and I bought this from Hobby King. There's a link down below in the description where you can buy the exact same frame. And if you click on that link and buy the frame, that would be awesome for me because I would get some credit. So we're going to start with the frame build. This is going to be a multi-part series. Today we're just going to be dealing with assembling the frame. Okay, now I want to just lay everything out and see how big the quadcopter is going to be. Let's see. Arrange this on there like so. Like so. And now we're going to screw in screws here, 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 and here. A total of 8 screws to attach the arms to the bottom plate. Okay, you can go ahead and tighten these down, just kind of loose for now. Just barely on there, just until we get all the plates aligned and all the other screws in, and then we'll tighten these down a little bit more. Like I said, you can use Loctite if you want, but I might wait until you have it assembled and then take out each screw and put it back in with Loctite. I'm just going to run it like I said and then see what happens and see if, what my adjustments need to be done there. So now we're done with mounting the bottom plate to the arms. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is take this top plate and align it over the top right here. And then you're going to stick it in with the top 4 holes on each arm for a total of 16 screws. Okay, now we've stuck the screws in the 4 mounting holes on the top of the middle plate. We're going to do the opposing side. Again, these are just loose for now. So now we're going to go ahead and tighten these up. Not all the way, just snug again. And then we'll do it in a pattern so we get equal tightness. And that's going to give us a lot of support. This quadcopter looks awesome, I have to say. I am freaking excited about it. Just going to make sure those are all just barely hand tight on the board. Make sure the board is pushed all the way down. Now I'm going to continue and I'm going to do these ones. So 8 more screws. Okay, so now that we've got all the bolts on the top plate, okay, this is our basic setup now, and we've got the top plate and the bottom plate mounted on there, and the arms connected, and now we're going to go ahead and move forward and stick on the top plate. So that gives it a view of how big it is. So now we're sticking the mounting pegs on for the top plate. Basically what you do is you take this part here and you stick it through the hole, and on the bottom of it is this nut that was provided as well, and we're going to go around and stick one here, 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 it's hard to point when you're holding camera, and here as well, and that'll be what holds our top plate up here. So, like, typically it's mounted like this. This is the front of the vehicle, keep in mind. This is the front of the vehicle. Most people mount it like this, but I am going to mount it like this so I can set up my cameras here and here, or just here, and get my FPV system set up here. And then I'm going to have everything else in here if I can fit it. If not, I might have to design a couple special plates to go through the center of that. But we'll see what happens when we start mounting the electronics. Sorry if I confused you there, but there are a couple screws that have a Phillips head on them as well. Now we're going to go ahead and screw on the top plate, sitting on those mounting brackets. And the Phillips head screwdrivers in these locations. We're going to go ahead and tighten those down. Again, we're not going to over tighten anything until the final build, because we may have to take it apart. Now the top plate is on, we're almost done. You can see on there how we've mounted it, and you can see that it is a triple plate setup. So now we're going to stick on the motor mounts. All you have to do is take the little glass fiber motor mount, align it with these holes, all 8 of them. 6 of them, and then get that set up. Okay, now we have all the motor mounts on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've assembled the arms, assembled the plates. This is a quadcopter now. It just needs electronics and this thing could fly. Amazing. Okay, so how we mounted the leg is we actually took out some of the screws for the motor mount, and we're just going to use 4. And the picture only shows 3, so. And then on the bottom we have 1 right here. Again, these are going into the same screws that you would use the motor mount if you used all 6 of them. But it goes on this side and it goes down into one of these little metal grommets. And then again on this side, it has one designated for it. And you can run another one through right there, but I don't see the need for it. I think 2 is plenty. Okay, that is it for the legs. Oh my gosh, this thing's starting to look so awesome. Look at those. Oh, this thing's badass. So now we're going to stick the metal rods on there for stability and directional awareness. What you do is you just slide the rod in and line it up just a little bit outside, and then bend it. Be careful, it will snap back and slap you. Yeah, so just be careful with that rod. And that is it for the back. Now we're going to move on to the front. Just run the frontal directional foam ball, skewer it so it's in the middle kind of ish right now, and then you're just going to run it through the hole, bend it, and stick it through the other hole. Okay folks, we are done. What we did is just align the rod in there just like we did in the back, and just had the little, it's just a little foam ball. You could stick anything you want on there really. But we are done, and that was my build of my SK450 Quadcopter frame from Hobby King. There should be a link in the description if you want to buy the same frame as me and build along with me. I'll have the next video posted in about a week, starting to show the electronics, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, it really helps me out. And leave a comment if you have any building tips for me, or if you have any questions on my build. Please leave me a comment and I will respond to you. We're gonna get this thing flying real soon, and it is just bitchin'.